My name is Coram, and this is Silverhand Creative. Hey up YouTube, Coram again with another festive upload. It was going to be uploaded before the Treetopper vid, but Royal Mail buggered that up for me. Remember these little guys? No? How about now? I saved all the corner bits from the tea light holders vid and decided to make some tree decorations. There were enough pieces to make 7 baubles, and I decided I wanted a different finish for each. I had some special art materials in mind for this project, but more on that later. So sit back and enjoy the spectacle that is my nail polish slowly deteriorating over the course of a vid. Now that the primer is on, I just wanted to spend a bit of time to talk about the special art materials that I mentioned earlier. I splurged and spent just over 80 quid on a few items from culturehustle.com. Let's go through them. First up is Black 3.0. I already had 2 bottles of this, as I'd contributed to the Kickstarter campaign to get this stuff produced. At the time, it was the blackest, mattest acrylic paint available, absorbing up to 99% of visible light. I did a test for each of these materials, and here's how the black turned out. I love this stuff, and have more projects in mind for it, so remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified for all my future uploads. As you can see, there's absolutely no reflection from the studio lights, but there is a downside as the paint isn't very durable. Next up is White 2.0. This is only in the beta testing stage at the moment, and you get 3 small bottles to test out and feedback on. Each of the 3 strains has a different formula consistency and presented their own quirks during application. Strain 2 dries too quickly and it clogged up my airbrush. Once each strain was applied to the sample hexes, I couldn't see any real difference in brightness, so for this project I opted for strain 1. For the next bauble, I'll be using the White 2 as a base coat, then applying a thin coat of this stuff, Stick. Once dried, it forms a permanently sticky surface on which you can then apply powders. I went with Snow, which is described as the world's fluffiest snow dust. It's effectively a plastic-free, non-toxic glitter. A word of warning though, this stuff gets everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Even in a hermetically sealed room and wearing a full hazmat suit, you'd still be finding bits of this in your underwear. If you do decide to use this, then wear a suitable respirator. The sample hex came out quite sparkly if that's what you're into. For the 4th bauble, I'll be using White 2 as a base coat again, then applying a generous layer of matte Mod Podge. I'll then sprinkle on some of this, Diamond Dust. It's basically tiny shards of thin glass, so protective gloves, mask and eyewear are needed if you're going to use it. The result is very sparkly indeed, but it's prone to shedding shards when being handled. Next we have Silver, touted as the world's silveriest silver and contains real silver particles suspended in an acrylic. I used my airbrush to apply it to the sample hex, but as the results were average, I chose to use a brush to apply it to the bauble. Finally we have Mirror. This stuff is super expensive, at just short of 30 quid for only 15ml. But the website does claim that just one bottle will cover 2.5 meters square. You can put this through an airbrush, but as it's solvent based and I don't have a spray station, I chose to apply with a brush. Whilst the results on the sample hex weren't quite a mirror finish, it was definitely more reflective than the silver. I assume a completely smooth surface and sprayed on would yield better results. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the last one, so stick around and see what I came up with. and here's how they came out. For the last one, I did a combination of stick, snow, Mod Podge and diamond dust. But let's have a closer look. As you can't top coat Black 3.0 without destroying the effect, it's probably not the best material for tree decorations. The matte finish on the white 2.0 looks great, but if you want a shiny finish or just to protect it, then apply a top coat. The stick is great, but the snow is all pervading. I'll be finding bits in places I didn't expect for years to come. Send to an enemy, or alternatively, use a top coat to seal. If you can find a way to seal in the diamond dust so that it doesn't shed the tiny shards of glass, resin maybe, then this would look cool. Otherwise, don't use in a home with kids or pets. The silver is a great choice for tree decorations, or any crafts or artwork for that matter. You could try a top coat to protect, but I'm not sure how it would affect the finish. Mirror is another great choice, but I think would be too cost prohibitive for most. Whilst it is highly reflective, I think you'll only achieve a true mirror finish on a completely smooth surface and with airbrush application. And finally, my snow diamond dust combo. It doesn't really show on camera, but the pearlescent snow can be seen underneath the diamond dust. With all that done, let's stick them on the tree and see how they look. Let me know in the comments section which your favourite is. And tell me how you'd use the Culture Hustle art materials in your own projects. If you like this vid, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, then subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. And if you want to help out this channel, then check out the Patreon page and Teespring merch store. Links are in the video description. I don't celebrate this time of year personally, or any other seasonal holiday for that matter, but that's just me. I know a lot of you do, so however you choose to celebrate, remember, be safe, have fun, and take care. Thanks for watching.
Yorkshire.